Since launching in 2019, the competition has supported more than 400,000 participants in 200 countries and awarded over US $3 million in cash prizes. National finals just like this are taking place around the world, and the winner of today's competition will advance to the next round. The top 100 global finalists will receive 100,000 US dollars of in-kind support and perks, as well as additional mentoring to compete for a shot at the EWC 100 and pinch on the global stage in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in March 2023. A total of US $1 million in cash in prizes is up for grabs for the global finals. Before we go further, I could show you what we have on the screen. We're Jumpstart, and we are the national organizers for China and Hong Kong. What we do, we're innovation as a service provider. We do innovative media and events. We do 150 partnerships around the world. We're in education. We help secondary school students learn about innovation, so we get them at an earlier age. We run accelerators. We're in our 5th accelerator, helping startups from around the world succeed. And we have launched our venture capital, Soapbox Capital, to support entrepreneurs around the world as well. So in the next slide, we can also talk about EWC. It's more than just a pitch competition with a chance at life-changing prizes. Every entrepreneur who applies has access to free training from experienced mentors and US $25,000 worth of perks from dozens of partners. Before we introduce your competitors, I would like to extend a big thanks to the Global Entrepreneurship Network and creating the Entrepreneurship World Cup and organizing it globally in partnership with Mashna at the Small Business Authority of Saudi Arabia. Today, 10 startups from across Hong Kong and China will compete. Over the next 100 minutes, these companies will have 5 minutes to pitch with a 4-minute Q&A. They're going to be judged by our 3 jury members, Jeffrey Brower, Akina Ho, and Derek Quick. A quick background on our judges. Akina Ho is the global head of business consultancy and lead ambassador for the Asia Pacific at the All-Star Women's DAO, a board of advisors to be co-founder and advisor for Hong Kong PropTech Alliance and thought leader in PropTech in the Web3 space. We have Jeffrey Brower, who's a Hong Kong-based Dutch entrepreneur turned venture advisor for de-risking funding and M&A projects, a strategist with focus on technology innovation, working on bridging UX, businesses, stakeholders, user designs. We also have Derek Quick. Derek is an operations-focused team leader with over 2 decades of applied market entry experience across Asia Pacific, Greater China, and US regions. As an early adopter of emerging technologies, he has built and commercialized consumer products in all aspects of a product lifecycle, from inception to investor exit, spanning mobile payments, consumer electronics, robotics, and digital media. Welcome, judges, and thank you for your support of this event. So we're going to start the competition now. All participants know the order. We're going to start with E3A Healthcare Pte. Limited, based here in Hong Kong. So please have your slide deck ready, and you could share screen.
Okay, sounds great. I'll start sharing my screen. Cool. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, we see your screen.
Okay, great. All right. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Harry Chen. I'm a co-founder at E3A Healthcare, and it's an absolute honor to kick off this afternoon's competitions. So E3A Healthcare, we are a biotechnology company founded on the campus of the National University of Singapore, and we focus on developing first-in-class medical devices for newborn and women's healthcare, starting with innovative solutions for jaundice monitoring. Newborn jaundice is a very high prevalence disease that affects over 85% of Asian and African newborns. Without timely intervention, it may cause lifelong neurodamage and disabilities, including death. Currently, it's still a very big problem in Africa and in Asia because the current price of monitoring devices are simply too high. causing access to jaundice care to remain very low. So we realized that the creation of an affordable and easy to use product for measuring jaundice is essential to prevent newborn death, especially in low and middle income countries. So after 3 years of research and development, thousands of patient clinical studies, we have built a YSJ20 non-invasive bilirubin meter. Leveraging our team's expertise in biotechnology and optoelectronics, we carried out our own optical module, reduced the cost of the key component by 150 times compared to existing products with zero compromise on the level of accuracy. And furthermore, the YSJ20 bilirubin meter is also the first to offer intelligent functionalities for jaundice monitoring, including real-time risk level feedback, in-app telemedicine consultations, as well as integration with hospital information systems. Currently, this product has already received clearance from the Chinese and the US FDA, and we currently offer two business models. So first, we sell this product to our distributors in China, in Southeast Asia, in India, as well as in Africa, that targets hospitals and clinics around the world. And on the other hand, we also offer a rental model to newborn families. And for $50 a month, families are able to take this product home and conduct jaundice monitoring at home. We have already initiated our rental service efforts in the mainland China market, and we currently serve over 120 hospitals. So until now, we have entered 120 hospitals and have accumulatively served over 550,000 newborns around the world, delivering newborn jaundice care to areas that previously lacked access. In terms of our revenue and traction, so this year we are on track to achieve our $4.6 million revenue goal, and we project 5-time revenue growth by 2025. So as a medical technology company, we deeply care about establishing our barriers. So far, we have completed over 60 IP and patent family registrations, medical product registrations with the Chinese, the US, as well as Indian FDAs, as well as established a ISO certified manufacturing facility in Shenzhen, China. In terms of our team background, so our team combines very strong technical expertise with industry experience, and all of our core members are serial entrepreneurs that have completed successful exits in the past. So Dr. Rishabh and Dr. Sean are responsible for the technical side of our products and of our operations, both completing their PhD degrees at the National University of Singapore, and Sean was also selected onto the Forbes 30 Under 30 list in 2021. And on the other hand, Leslie and I bring extensive experience in product management and marketing, each completing successful exits in the past and has diverse experience serving as investors and marketing executives. Professor Trow, on the other hand, is also a very successful entrepreneur and was also Sean's PhD supervisor when he was in school. And aside from our team, we're also supported by a very, very strong team of world-class advisors. Our chief scientific advisor, Professor Speakman, is the world's top scholar in physiology and metabolism and is simultaneously a fellow of the US, UK, and American National Academy of Science. Our chief technical advisor, Randall, is the former CTO of Medtronic, and we work closely with our chief clinical advisor, Dr. Roy, on our clinical trials. And for our future outlook, with more than 10 years of technical accumulation, we're also creating a women's health product line, addressing overlooked demands in women's healthcare, including introducing solutions for smart fertility monitoring, which has already been cleared by the FDA, non-invasive pelvic floor repair, and also instant relief from menstrual pain delivered via our patented electromagnetic therapy technology. And lastly, until now, we have received over $3.5 million in venture capital and grants, including funding from investors such as Sequoia Capital and the National University of Singapore. And we hope to begin our IPO process at the HK Exchange or NASDAQ in 2025. Thank you very much for your time.
Great presentation, Harry. And you had 4 seconds left, so very good timing.
Oh, great.
Judges, you could unmute and you could start your questioning now. What we do say is sharing is caring. Please limit to 1 question at a time.
Okay.
Any judge.
So I have a thanks, Harry. Thanks, James. So I have a question about your product. So this is for newborn jaundice, but what are you selling? Are you selling a device that monitors jaundice, or are you selling a solution that will help to cure or lower the levels of jaundice?
Yes, so essentially this is a diagnostic device. So jaundice occurs in over 90% of Asian and African newborns, and it's very difficult for us to lower the percentage of babies that get jaundice. But what's essential for us, what we're trying to do is to, to improve the level of access to care for jaundice, because as long as we monitor the levels of jaundice, it's easy to treat. So in the past, jaundice treatment has been mostly done via blood, and that has made it very difficult, especially in low-income countries. And for the non-invasive devices, they have remained very, very expensive. So they cost over 10,000 US dollars each. So here, our biggest advantage here is that we through our technical, innovation, we have a significant cost down compared to current products, and we currently sell this hardware product as a solution for smart and accurate and also affordable jaundice monitoring in areas that previously lacked care around the world. Yeah.
So this is like a take-home device that you can use to monitor at home?
Yeah, so you could use it at home, but also you could also use it in hospital settings. So it's so it measures the level of blood bilirubin levels via skin. Yeah.
Yeah, because the common practice would be for a newborn that has jaundice, the doctor will have a similar type of instrument that they'll put on the head or they'll put on the body, and they'll measure it, and it's like 200 or 300. And when it gets up to that levels, it's considered high. And then the newborn goes onto almost like a bed with ultraviolet light that's cast onto it, right? And then the newborn stays under there for a certain period of time until the levels drop. So this only tells you the monitoring, but it doesn't do the lighting part of it.
Yeah,
right?
so this is only diagnostic. Yeah, but reason being, only around 10% of jaundice patients require phototherapy. So as long as you're able to keep track of the levels, effectively, most people don't need phototherapy. So we want to address the keeping track part.
Okay, let's move on to the next judge. Questions?
Okay, thank you.
Right. So since Derek already asked a technical question, I'll just move on to a business question. You said that in about 2 to 3 years in 2025, you're going to grow 5 times. Can you share why and how you're going to reach that number? And what method? Is it by product, by penetrations or channels?
Yes, so the growth will mainly come from 2 things. So first is market penetration and also our product expansion. So currently we have this one product, this jaundice product, which has already been launched into market. And we have established some sales and distribution channels in China, Southeast Asia, Middle East, as well as Africa. So we expect to see growth in terms of our product sales, as well as implementation of our rental models in these regions. And on the other hand, the bigger part of growth will come from, the launch of our new product line, which focuses on women's healthcare, especially addressing under-addressed demands in this domain, and providing first-in-class solutions for example fertility monitoring, for pelvic floor repair, as well as for instant pain relief from menstrual pain. So I guess it comes from both sides. Yeah.
So how many percentage of your forecast of that growth comes from this new line of business?
Yeah, so currently this year our revenue is going to be around 4.5 to 4.6 million US dollars, and we expect to reach around 25 million in the next 5 years.
I'm sorry, Jeffrey. We have to move on. Time's up. But Jeffrey, do you have a quick question?
A quick question. So all these are like one-off sales. There's no consumables. There's no recurring fees or something else.
Yeah. So for example, for the jaundice products, we do have recurring fees. So because it's a rental product, so it's a rental business model. And for the product sales itself, there's no recurring fee. For the women's healthcare products, we also sell, for example, the monitoring device. We also sell consumable like test strips, but mostly it's a one-off sales product. And we also have service charges when we implement these devices and solutions. Yeah.
Thank you, Harry, for a great presentation. Thank you, judges, for the great questions. We're going to be moving on to Team Vimos. Team Vimos, please prepare to put on your deck.
No problem.
Great. Thank you, Rando. You could begin anytime.
Hello, everyone.
This is Randall, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Vimos. Let me begin by asking a question. Have you ever tried buying something online, feeling unassisted and frustrated? Ladies and gentlemen, the online customer journeys these days in Asia remains broken. Let's take a look at Chris. He's trying to buy something nice for his girlfriend's birthday next week. He saw an appealing ad and he clicked into it. What comes after is really disappointing. Unlike an in-store experience, there's a lack of pointers and recommendations. There's not enough guidance and care, and the response time on customer service is really slow. Shortly after, Chris is frustrated and lost and turned to another competitor store. Even worse, the store is still sending Chris completely irrelevant promotional messages after. Did that also happen to you? And when that happens, it doesn't just impact consumers like Chris and you. It's also hurting the shop owners. Statistically speaking, up to 99% of new visitors leave the site without making a purchase. And the truth is, among these lost traffic, up to 10% of them could have been saved with the right measures of customer engagement online. Money is being left on the table. Is this very hard for the shop owners to fix this? And are there really no good solutions out there helping on this problem? There's actually a good bunch of good marketing tools on an international level. However, they're simply not a very good fit when it comes to Asia, when they do not support the Asia-specific channels. And the chat messaging element that matters a lot in Asia is often missed. That is where we come into place with an innovative chat marketing SaaS platform built for e-commerce and Asia. We help merchants to increase conversions through conversations. With our solutions, we empower the brands to better connect and engage with the end consumers directly on chat messaging, including WhatsApp, Facebook messaging, and Instagram. With our solution, the brands and consumers can essentially complete the entire purchase within chat messaging without the need of a website. By providing direct touch between the brands and consumers, it helps them build trust and relationship faster than ever and making sales easier. We believe the future for commerce and marketing lies in chat, where brands meet the consumers directly. Numbers are proving it. Here's the business impact that we're generating with our users since launch 7 months ago. We achieve a significant reduction on customer service costing when we also help our users to achieve significant increase in conversion rate and marketing reach. Here's how our product looks like with the front end for the consumers, and it also comes with the back end on a web portal and also an app for our users to manage the customer experience. We're mostly bootstrapped. We go from ideation, launching the product, to achieving solid traction within a year. Our revenue model is rather simple, predictable, and scalable. We start with a simple base subscription, and we have additional modules in a way for us to grow together with our users. We also take a cut on their GMV via payments. On traction, we post revenue, and we're very close to reaching profitability. Since day one, we have been growing double digits for the past 11 months at a retention rate for more than 91%. We've been engaging with different partners and accelerators to help us with growth. One example, we achieve and win an exclusive reselling deal with Hong Kong Broadband that guarantees our user growth for 7 times over the next 7 to 12 months. We're currently a team of 20 plus people unlocking 10 million businesses across Asia over the next 3 years. Speaking of a team, we have 30 plus years combined solid experience in SaaS and marketing. We help multiple successful startups to raise, grow quickly, and exit. We exceeded from Shopline previously, and now we're going to repeat similar success for ourselves. We raised a small round last year, and now we're actively closing the next round currently to speed up our engineering, development, and regional growth. We project a geometric growth over the next 6 to 12 months. We're actively looking for investors and partners who can provide us with strategic support on top of capital. I'm Randall. We are Team Vimos.
Thank you so much, Randall, for your pitch. Judges, let's go ahead and ask questions. We'll start with you, Jeffrey, this time.
Sure, thank you. Randall, I know
Jeff.
you have a background also with Shopline, as you said. Like, what for you, like when it comes to this business, how do you see the growth in the next 3 to 5 years for this?
Yeah, with the channel partnership that we have with Hong Kong Broadband and also organically, we're locally growing in Hong Kong and regionally in Southeast Asia. We are projecting a 7 to 10 times growth over the next 6 to 12 months. And on a 3 years horizon, we're looking to get to 5 million ARR over the course of 3 years. That would be our plan moving forward.
Okay.
Hi, Randall. Nice to see you again.
Hi,
I
Jenna.
think your pitch has been refined a lot. So what I'm curious is about your new model is working through like Hong Kong Broadband right now, right? Is that part of your strategy for growth, is working through channel partners? Number one. Number two, as a secondary to that question, is like, what is your retail strategies? How do you get people to come and use you on this for the smaller vendors, right?
Yeah, so the way we go to market with 3 main growth engines. One is definitely go Wingfire channel partnership, and Hong Kong Broadband is one of them. And we're also partnering with other channel partners as well. That's one. The other one is inbound marketing. We get on a regional scale inbound inquiries via direct advertising and also search engine SEO. Number 3, we host webinar events by ourselves and together with partners as well. Every 2 to 3 weeks, we would host a webinar event that attracts business to join, and that's where we generate leads.
What is the traction on that? Like when you have these events, how many people show up and how many of them actually converts?
Yeah, for an average, we can attract on an average 200 signups per event, and the show up rate is generally about 60% attendance rate, and about 25% we convert into leads where our sales team can follow up after.
Okay, thank you.
Randall, thanks for your pitch. How do you going about getting your sales leads?
What happens after we generate the lead, right?
Well, how do you get your leads? How do you get in contact with someone like Hong Kong Broadband, and then what's the sales cycle to close them?
Got you. We have 3 main ways that we attract potential partners and clients. Broadband actually joined one of our webinar, and we turned it into a solid partners in our business. So partnership is one way. We consistently host webinar events, and direct advertising and inbound marketing is also one of our strengths. Myself and my partner are actually 10 plus years digital marketers for Shopline and some other startups. So inbound marketing is one of our core strengths as well.
Thank you.
Do we still have time, James?
Yeah, we still have time.
Okay, great. So Randall, for an e-commerce site, what I'm bothered by is the amount of money that's going through the platform. It's not as exponential as what it can be, right? So something is not, either people are not paying you if they're using your platform, or you're not charging enough, or they're not growing fast enough. Because if your platform that's retail with that kind of growth and saving, you should be making a lot more money in the next 2 to 3 years. So I'm just wondering, do you look at that problem and see what's wrong with your sales model or your commercial models?
Yeah, the way we look at e-commerce, most of the practice that we do on e-commerce is actually a direct copy from the international model. So, for example, Shopline is actually a very similar player compared to Shopify. However, a direct copy from the international law for localizing it for Asia problem actually exists, and that also explains why the conversion rate, generally speaking, is quite low in Asia. Chat is a very important.
Competing with Shopline, because Shopline is local, right? Do you guys see? But then Shopline doesn't have the chat function though, and Shopline's very basic.
We see Shopline to be a relatively more traditional way of doing e-commerce, and we see ourselves driving the next generation of e-commerce.
Right, and with what kind of, so like, I'm not sure how advanced is your chat. Is it really self-driven or is it driven by AI? Right now, it's all about how to use AI to drive your chat, right? If you have not looked at, maybe your technology team should look at OpenAI and check out the protocols so you can use that, because they're amazing, right?
Yep.
If you do that, I think you can grow so much faster. And I think that the services and UI looks and stuff might be more powerful than what you have, to speed up the traction, right?
Great words of wisdom.
Good.
Time's up. We're gonna have to go on to our next team. It's gonna be ViaAct. So please get your screen ready and to present.
Hi, can you guys see my slides?
Yeah, we can see your slides.
Okay, that's good. Shall I start?
Please go ahead.
Okay. So hi everyone, my name is Gary. I'm the CEO of ViaAct. So hi all the judges. So ViaAct is a ESG focused AI cloud monitoring solution platform for construction sustainability. And over the years, since we kind of like incepted these ideas to start the business, we found out there's 3 major issues on sustainability for construction: environmental issue, social issue, which is relating to safety, and also governance, which is the data transparency. And all these big problems are a very big hurdle for the construction digitalizations. One of the, I think the challenge we have is like construction is very traditional. So for us, like doing the digitalization for construction, it presents a huge potential because the construction industry are basically enormous. So basically, it's a $15 trillion industry. Just the ESG lack of compliance represent more than 350 billion USD for the industry itself. So basically, it is sufficient to cater more than 200 startups to be a unicorn if we are able to solve these ESG issue problems for construction. Today, the biggest challenge for us is there's a lack of digitalizations in construction job site. So basically today, if you look at all the construction site, if they want to do digitalizations, first thing they want to do is to source a vendor, which takes around 2 weeks time, doing price comparison, all the admin works and doing hardware installation, and then the software integrations. So the total amount of times that they need to do is more than around 12 weeks time. And the amounts of money that they need to invest for each of the vendors is around 50K USD per year. And also it comes with a lot of the admin costs. So I think one of the ways that we trying to help for this process is basically to be able using our technology so that it can reduce those digitalizations vendors on the process, on the admin works, down to a single vendors that fully covers what all these vendors can do with a very simple UX that can bring down on board extremely fast, and it costs a lot less compared to all these vendors together. So we presented our solutions as a holistic platforms to consolidate all the data from AI, IoT, and robotics, which focusing on ESG application for construction. So the value propositions to clients is that it is basically automating, collecting all the data in the jobs in real time, centralizing all the data in one single platform. We have a lot of AI modules that really automating, collecting all the data in a single place. And then we have a marketplace basically for them to subscribe, being very flexible to subscribe different AI modules and collect different data, and also integrating with other IoT sensors for the job site. So basically, our solution are using cameras through our AI to digitize the data. And the reason why we are using cameras as the starting point is basically it is a very easy to access solutions for construction today. More than 80% of construction job site already have IP cameras, and each of these medium-sized construction job site today have around 100 cameras per job site. And each of these cameras can easily collect altogether more than 1,000 data points. So basically our AI can just deploy very simple and it start to collect a lot of data actually from the cameras. So so far through the years since 2016, we are one of the leading solution providers for construction construction AI, and we have developed more than 30 to 30 AI modules, which are all scenario based. So we are very much like focusing on doing a lot of R&D, and we publish all these papers in some of the very large research papers platforms, such as ResearchGate. So we have more than 30 of them and relating to safety, productivity, and also environmental issues. So our vision is basically we have different cameras and all the different IoT devices together with more and more robotics that is going to deploy on site. All this data will stream to our platform called WeHub, and then we can automate a lot of the workflow that can eliminate a lot of the issue relating to ESG, but at the same time, it automate a lot of the process in the job site to resolve the issues that there's a lot of lack of labor actually in most countries for construction. So our business model is basically SaaS. So we do have a freemium platforms allow users to try our solution for free. Also, we also have different tiers on subscriptions, allow the users to expand the features and functions. At the same time, we are expanding the markets.
Thank you, Gary. Our time has concluded. So we're going to be moving on to the judges. So if the judges had questions regarding your business model, they could go ahead and ask, but judges,
Sure.
The floor is open to you guys.
Okay, so I'm going to go first since I'm from the real estate industry. I'm not sure you're aware of that. I'm with Great
Yeah,
Eagle,
sure, I do.
prop tech
Yeah.
stuff. So I have lots. This is a big scheme you have in place. I'm just trying to look at this feasibility of your solution, right?
Sure.
First, you said you want to consolidate vendors, and I'm wondering how do you do that? Because every vendor in the construction world is very manual, and they're so different, right? How are you going to do that? That's viability. That's another. Collecting data, it's a big thing for construction, but you're doing with camera. What data are you collecting? And this is all referred to your business model that I'm talking about. So you have to answer this. And the third thing is that you said you do robots. I don't know what that means. So for that scope, I just want you to give me a case study. What is it? And how good is your AI? And number three, I think as part of the question is how do you even access to sell this to construction company? Because it's, from what I understand, it's quite difficult if you do all that. So
yeah, sorry. So just I think start with like explaining a little bit our solutions. Like everything is using cameras, so we provide AI modules that digitizing the videos and images data. So for the robot application, it's basically
I know,
the cameras.
Video though. I know you can capture the video, but what data are you capturing through the videos?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or what is it?
So we have like, for example, 3 different AI modules. So all these modules are basically divided into safety data, right? Productivity and environmentals. So all these data eventually is going to come for different applications. So we have more than 10 different scenarios applications. Some of the applications are relating to like safety compliance, right?
So
for example,
have like a facial recognition or either object recognition database under your AI that goes through the video. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at. What is your case study? How do you actually do it? So the data.
Yeah. So basically, it's recognitions on those objects and events. Sometimes it is just the recognitions of very simple events. For example, PPE compliance, right? Safety helmets, jacket, fans, for example. These are very simple events. Sometimes the events would be a lot more challenging, such as some non-compliant stuff that happen in the lifting operations. But it is at the same time digitizing the real-time data through the videos and images. So we have a lot of different scenario applications through the modules that we provide. But at the end of the day, it's not about recognizing the event itself. It's about like automating the workflow for the construction job site, basically to improve the safety part.
Now you added another component to your business model, which is automating workflow. That was not in the previous. But then let's go back to you took care. You kind of answered the video. Let's answer about consolidations of different vendors. So that's a big, tall order. And I want to understand how you do it, because if you can't,
yeah. So Yeah, so today, if you look at like the traditional ways of like digitizations, it's basically, I mean, it's still like ongoing as the demand is growing. It's basically seeing more and more IoT vendors actually come into the construction job site to do the deployments. So using videos and images can actually replace a lot of these like vendors. In a sense, because what we are receiving, basically it is using videos and images.
Yeah, construction world, at least if you're selling, especially in Asia, is still a very manual process.
Tina, I appreciate the enthusiasm. We need other judges to also ask questions. Thank you, judges.
Yeah, Gary, can you give me a quick 1 to 2 sentence maximum your value proposition towards your clients?
More than 100 deployment in Asia, leading solution provider, has AI accuracy, not judging by us, but actually named by all the big clients and partners that we have worked with. We have one of the largest like AI modules database and marketplace available in the job in the construction industry. Yeah.
Derek, do you have any questions?
Actually, I also have a family background in construction as well. So my questions that I had are very similar to Akina's. I'll leave it at that.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gary, for your pitch. Thank you, judges, again. We'll move on to our next team. It's going to be the Greater Bay Area Tree Lion Blockchain Research Institute Limited. That's a mouthful. Beautiful name. Please put in your screen, and then we could start the pitch. Tony? Great. And since we have time, the next team is going to be Real Sites. So Real Sites could prepare after this presentation. But Tony, please go ahead. We see your screen.
Okay. Hi, we are Trillion Hong Kong. We are innovative carbon neutrality beyond the green. Yes. Right. So our view is the emission trading worldwide is starting to is exiting the whole system in 2020. You can see on first page is worldwide the carbon trading market is getting more and more trendy right now. So currently we are focused in China and promoting the carbon trading through the blockchain technology in China. Few test city, including Chongqing. Our IT headquarters also based in Chongqing to establish the whole carbon trading market in Chongqing. Our headquarters in Hong Kong is also cooperating with Hong Kong EX on the carbon trading, establish the carbon trading platform in Hong Kong, including the new carbon market. Yes. So under the policy drive and financial guidelines, the financial institution disclose their carbon emissions, Scope 1, 2, 3, to fulfill the corporate social responsibility, or CSR, with the environmental, social, and governance ESG report. You can see the Scope 1 is more focused on direct, like the company facilities, company vehicles, and that kind of things. And the Scope 2 is more indirect, to purchase the electricity system, heating, and cooling for their own use. On the Scope 3 is more like purchase goods and service, capital goods, fuel and energy related products, and transportation and distribution. Also on the waste from the operation, business travel and employee commute things. On the right side, we can see there's global monetary carbon market trading volume is increasing rapidly, especially from 2020 and 2001. Is exceeding more than 1,600 tons of carbon per unit. Yes. What the problem is with low carbon economic, the issue of intensity and scalability, insufficient social capital injection, difficulty in data recognition, low liquidity of the green assets, complex market with different standards. Yes. What the solution we believe is the adoption of blockchain technology validation to ensure high quality carbon credit supply. We can see that process is from the blockchain identifier to the third-party verification and to on-chain validation to the high-quality carbon credits transitioning to the carbon exchange. The Trillium business matrix based on the backbone node of National Spark China chain network. This is the national blockchain technology. Unlike other blockchain is created by some company, it's more like a company owned and operate chain called the Spark chain network. As a free chains allows the individual and corporate partner participation to create a register, manage, and trade carbon credits. Our revenue model is like by vendor, the party build and operate the infrastructure, front end and back end. Also the co-investment, like a joint venture, and also a strategic partnership to set up the comprehensive ecosystem to create the necessary linkage.
Thank you, Tony, for your presentation. The time has expired on your end. We'll just go to the judges at this point. Judges, you can begin.
I'll let
Hi,
Derek-
Tony.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thanks, Kina. Tony, I just had a general question is in regards to what you have here, how do you generate sales leads?
We generate sales basically by the vendor. We just can participate with our Spark chain network by build and operate the infrastructure front end and back end and middle layer. They can participate in the blockchain and get the data, and also can sell the data to several parties like the government department or some research company. So we can charge the cost to the vendors.
Thank you.
Tony, there are multiple startups on the blockchain, basically trading carbon credits, right? So what makes you different or unique compared to all the others that are already out there? Because I've probably seen already pitching, I don't know, around 7, 8, 9.
Yes, the advantage is since the Spark chain network you can see on the screen, it's built by the national backbone node license by the CEEC, which is and also it's supported by the CAICT, which both national ministry and corporation with multi-discretional partnership. So which is mean it's different to own or operate by single party or a private corporation. So the data is more reliable and the market is more sustainable. Yeah.
So my question is kind of combine Derek and Jeffrey, because I'm still not clear if you answered both questions the way at least from my want. So yes, I've seen a lot of that. And one of the biggest problems what these carbon exchange platform have is how do they get reputable companies that have credit or need credits to use your platform, right? I don't think technology it would drive those people to you. I don't think that's, like technology, anybody who built it has a reason why they pick what chain, what technology. It's not a big deal. It's how do you drive these big companies come to you, right? That's the thingy. And how do you get money from it? I don't think that, like the three business model you talked about, I don't think they're that viable for what you're doing because it's kind of a little bit off your core value, right? So maybe you can explain a little bit more. I still don't get how a big company would come to your platform instead of another.
Yes, I understood that, but that's why we major cooperate with the Chinese department, because it's more like reverse. It's pushed by the government, by the national plan 2030 is to neutralize and to.
So have you got customer through that channel already? Is it?
It's still working on it, but later on they will push in the whole wide national in China. They will.
But I know governments, right, in China, they cannot just appoint you. They'll appoint many, right? Not unless you're state-owned. So you will have many competitors getting the same attention. That should not be why you're successful, because it's an even playing. Everybody's playing on.
Understood.
Okay, cool. So
Great. Thank you, judges. Thank you, Tony, for your presentation.
Thank you.
We're going to be moving on to our next team, Real Sites. So Real Sites, please prepare your deck.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Yep.
Okay, Billy, your screen is up. You could begin anytime you're ready.
Oh, he's on mute.
There's no sound. There's no sound.
Oh, sorry about that.
Maybe we could begin again.
Sure. All right. Hi, Kina, Jeffrey, and Derek. My name is Billy. I'm the co-founder of Real Sites. Backed by Lim, best known for Sophia the Robot, the winner of the People's Choice at the European competition, the Hong Kong Cyberport Incubator, Microsoft startup, and participated in Antler. According to Forbes and HubSpot, video marketing has become the main medium for businesses as it increases visibility and sales. 87% of video marketers said it brings them a positive ROI. 64% of consumers say they purchase a product after watching videos made by brands. The problem is that marketing is challenging, with our research showing that content creation, like a marketing experience, are the biggest pain point. According to Forbes, digital marketing spend in 2020 was $490 billion. The US alone spent $180 billion. We have a 90 million serviceable, obtainable market today. Our target users are the content producers and marketing departments of Fortune 500, SMEs, and digital agencies. Here's the solution: a video SEO with actionable insights. 9 tools designed to aid marketers in creating the best video formula for all your marketing needs through an in-depth video SEO analysis. Create content 10 times faster, spend 8 times less on research, increase visibility and sales by 5 times, and save 3.5 times on software. Like that, we have strategic partnership with 30 studios, guaranteeing high quality, expertise, and low production cost. Let's generate content for video introducing Real Sites. So we're looking for a title, a script, description, keyword and hashtag, call to action, and so on. Let's first fill in some information. So name of the company, Real Sites. Our industry is video SEO. Then let's put some details about services. So video SEO, marketing, create content 10 times faster, save 8 times on research. Then the type of video that we want to create is educational. The goal of that video is to increase brand awareness. The tone, let's go for informal. And the type of music, let's put exciting. Press generate. Et voila, you'll get a script. title, description, keyword, hashtags, and call to action, and some song suggestion. Now, let's say that you see a video trending. We want to find out how and why. Some of the information we're looking for are engagement metrics, sentiment, audience analysis. So all you got to do is cut and paste the link, put it in a search bar, and you'll get the thumbnails, the views, the engagement metrics, keyword, hashtag, the type of industry, target audience, sentiment analysis, and the script of that video. Meet Bikeli, a toy manufacturer that wants to create videos for their toys on Amazon. The problem? We had limited content creation, marketing, and video production experience. We consulted multiple agencies and were given an expensive solution that just way out of our budget. Bikeli first went to a traditional agency. We executed exactly as we were told. Not much research was done. We just created a video of kids playing with the toys. It cost them $17,000 and only saw a 15% increase in sales. As they're not happy with the outcome, they approached us for research. In a matter of minutes, our AI identified that people reaching towards our advertisement are not the kids, but the parents and grandparents. Once a video strategy was created, we connected them to one studio partners and cost them $1,200 and was done in 4 days. Guess what? This saw an increase of 70% in sales, 140% increase in conversion rate, 3 times increase in time spent on site, and 10 times cheaper than traditional methods. Website is a subscription-based model that starts at $80 a month. Unlike our competitors, our AI gives you actionable insights. For example, SEMrush gives you hundreds of data points. We give you immediately actionable recommendations. We are video SEO, not just a content SEO. We work across social media platforms and languages, and our partnership with studios. We are on track to launch at the end of Q1 2023. Traction to date, we have strategy partnership 30 studios, completed 7 projects, 2 LOI, ongoing projects with Fortune 500, digital agencies, and PR firm, which includes one of our biggest milestone, having Saatchi & Saatchi, the global advertising firm with 117 offices around the world, HBO Max, and DBS Bank test our software. Given the importance of video marketing, combined with early traction, cross-platform, and multilingual technology, our subscription-based model allows us to scale quickly and become profitable much faster. Brought to you by a team of AI, marketing, and business experts. Here's a summary, and thank you for your time. Akina, Jeffrey, and Derek.
Great. Thank you, Billy.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't see your mouth move the whole time. Very good. Thank you.
I was quite good at
Judges.
it.
We'll go to the
Yeah, new
judges now.
technology. Yeah, best way is to show it, right?
Yes. Please go ahead.
I'll let the judge.
And judges, before we begin, try to limit to 1 question to be fair for all judges.
Sorry.
Not you, Akina.
And unless I said, I'll let the guy go. You guys know? Okay. So, okay. Guys, you want to go first? Or you want me to?
No, Akina, please go ahead.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just saying I'm not targeting you. So.
Oh, okay,
start
good. Sorry. So I was going to let the guy go first. Okay, so first when I thought your platform, I didn't really quite understand what your platform does until all things were explained. But you should immediately tell us what it is. So what my question was is, like, you are selling visual, powerful videos, but your UI is not great, right? So that is a turnoff. So you have to fix that. So that's your key selling point. Second thing is that when you're doing all the search, you said, oh, video, the demo worth 1,000 words. I don't know why you didn't show a video when you do all the search. And, you know, like, because I wasn't sure what you were doing. So I think my main question is like, is there something more to your tech that you can do and not just stop there? Because I think that you're kind of like halfway and not finishing up what you can do in terms of what you can offer if you're building this out. I don't know, does that make sense? I feel like something's missing.
Okay, so the UI, definitely, this is just the beta right now. So we started about 6 months ago when the team got together. So we've been beta testing. We are changing the whole UI before the launch, which should be about next quarter, because we're still finishing our platform on YouTube and Twitter right now. So if I want to understand correctly, the video shows essentially how we can create content for a video, which was an educational video. Yes, I think it's a bit dark, so we'll change that. And the second demo was a video analysis, where essentially we're trying to understand
So
what made a video.
platform doesn't actually create the video after you type in all that stuff. Because I thought, wow, how cool. If I just type in all these things and suddenly a video is created, amazing.
So-
And that, I think then I'd be like, wow, this is a no-brainer, right? So maybe that's
that's definitely what we're aiming for. As far as the technology is today, it's not there yet. So you can create images, still images, but you're not there yet where you can create a full
technology's
moving
out
video.
there. Technology's out
Yeah,
there. Okay.
yeah, definitely. I mean, we've been following highly on all the new tech, and we are developing all those tools. It does take time to make sure that it works perfectly. At this stage, right now for the launch, we're mostly focused on creating the content for the video and the video analysis part. So we're a video software, a video SEO software.
Let's connect afterward, but I'll let the
And the
guy
next
ask you the
stage.
next question.
Sure.
I think the idea of the video analytics is interesting. AI can definitely help to solve those problems, but on the creativity side, I don't know if you're able to replace, let's say, the creative team at an ad agency, or if you're able to use technology to create a video, because I think a lot of, especially when it comes to products, consumers, they want authenticity. And if it's too curated, if it's not deemed as genuine, it's really hard to sell the message to the consumer. So I think there's a very tricky balance that you have to play if you're moving into the creative side of the business. If you stay on the analytics side, I think you'll do fine. But if you start to move into the creative side, it gets a bit tricky. Ad agencies are good at what they do, and there's a reason for that.
Yeah. Thank you. That's a great comment. The creative side, we have two people in the company who work in the creative side, essentially to understand the trends, so everyone inspires from each other. But if you can, to be visible, to be more visible, you have to be able to match the points together. And that's what the software does. It helps you to see the trends earlier than other people. And so therefore maximize and grow your services and your audience.
Great.
Thank you.
Jeffrey, do you have a quick question?
Yeah, quick question, because the comparison that you did, like 17,000 against 1,200, right? With 17,000, I see a whole video recording crew going into a backyard and shooting all that content and then create a video of that. But for 1,200, I don't see that working. So can you very quickly say like what kind of content will be created for the 1,200?
So in that case study, essentially what we find out is that like the first video, you're very correct, 17,000, a whole crew, they shot in a backyard. The target audience was for kids in that video. However, when we did the research, is that the people watching those toys advertisement are not the kids, it's the parents and the grandparents. And they are the decision makers. Decision makers were looking for health, safety, educational. And so therefore, that's why you saw a completely change of angle toward the second video, which was more like, this is super safe, PVC safe. And that's what led to an increase in visibility on their platform. You saw a massive increase in sales, and also which led them to users to spend more time on other products that they were selling.
Just to be honest, I probably don't need a AI to tell me that when it comes to kids, because you just have to follow the money, and that's always a question you should ask yourself. So, but thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Billy, for that presentation. Thank you, judges. I know it's already halfway through, and perhaps we could take the next 5 minutes to take a break, unwind. Right now, it's 5:02. Going on to 5:03. Let's come back at 5:07 and we'll begin. The next team, please prepare, is Metal Mining Lab. So we're going to take a quick break, but please be back. We want all teams there. And for the teams who join late, please make sure you also have the EWC background in place. So teams, take a break and we'll come back at 5:07.
Thanks.
Hi, everyone. I hope you all had a productive break. Just want to make sure we're all back. Great. For the teams that already pitched, if you could be great to turn on your camera, support the last leg of our event, I think that would be very appreciated. We'll give everybody a minute to come back. So I see the judges, Derek, Akina, Jeffrey, they're all back. Great. So we're going to continue on the second half of the EWC. It was great hearing the first 5 pitches. Thank you so much, teams. We're going to be moving on to Metal Minding Lab. So please have your deck up. EWC team, yep, we'll let you come in. Paul, whenever you're ready, you can begin.
Okay, I can start now, right?
Yes, please. Thank you, Paul.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Paul Kwan, co-founder and co-CEO of Meta Mining Lab. We are the first company in the world to provide a mind reading service, obtaining business insight. Don't worry, we're not selling snake oil, but we do have an innovative solution to disrupt a $76 billion market. As you know, the world has turned upside down in the last few years because of COVID, inflation, trade war, and the economy is jumping off the cliff. Consumer and retail businesses are dying, not knowing how to better engage customers and find new ones. They need to understand what people want, especially the fastest growing Gen Z. They need to know where and how to engage them. The answer is Web3. In particular, the metaverse is a massive space having 73 million people on it daily and 400 million every month globally, 80% being Gen Z. The metaverse market is growing at an explosive rate of 44%. As Gen Z is shifting from Web2 to Web3, businesses will have to follow. So how do we connect with Gen Z? The answer is gaming, which is the most common language of Gen Z. It is fun, immersive, and sociable. Our solution helps businesses rebrand, connect with Gen Z through gaming, understand what's in their minds, and monetize from the insights. So how do we read their minds? Here's our secret sauce. The process starts with defining the business objectives. Then we design and develop our games. When people play, we collect data on how they behave, how they react, and how they make choices. Then we analyze this data with AI technologies and industry knowledge, and finally produce business insight. This is our mind reading solution. Our solution can reach a massive global young population in a very natural way to them. Since our games are highly flexible and reusable, we have a large advantage, doing things faster, cheaper, making our solution highly scalable. We have a win-win-win business model. Everyone provides something and gets something back in return. The game players have the best deal. They get to enjoy playing the games and receive incentives such as NFTs and game tokens. We work with clients both directly and indirectly. At the start, we focused on retail, but as we talk to people, we realize that pretty much all businesses want to connect with Gen Z. So riding on the explosive growth of the metaverse and the inevitable business migration to Web3, we have huge growth potential. We have 3 main revenue streams: customized solution projects, access to our proprietary data, and a SaaS-based open lab platform. This model delivers a balance of project-based and subscription-based revenue. Our vision is to establish a powerful Gen Z mind knowledge base, which will add huge value to our clients and our bottom line. In a short time since startup, we have secured several projects in different areas, from fashion to a futuristic mixed reality project in China. And we will launch our data subscription service early next year. Last month, we won a global innovation competition organized by 12 international NGOs. Using the prize money, we will be developing games for Amnesty International to engage Gen Z and promote gender rights. This just shows how our solution can be used in different business sectors. Our dream team is the perfect mix of experience and connections. Among the 3 co-founders, RD has a wealth of experience in product development, partnership, and Web3 transition. Dean is an expert in business insight, sales, and entrepreneurship. I was a CIO in global firms, so my focus is IT and innovation. Our advisors, Tony and Stephen, bring expertise in retail, partnership, and data strategy. We each have over 25 years of experience in running and starting successful businesses. At MetaMining Lab, we hold the key to Gen Z minds.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
We're gonna have to stop you here. I think that was your last slide anyway, but to be fair,
Yes,
we have
it
to
is.
stop you with everybody. So judges, you have 4 minutes. Please go ahead and you could go ahead with questions.
Hi, Paul. Quick question. Are you a gaming company doing data mining, or are you a data mining company doing gaming?
That was my question.
Hey.
That's my question. Part of my question. Yes.
No, we are a high-tech company that use gaming as a means to obtain information. We call it business insight for business.
I understand that. But building a engaging game is a totally other business than building a data mining company.
Exactly.
And
Yes.
if I look at your team, I see a data mining company. I don't see you building engaging games. So I think there is a little bit of a mismatch there when it comes to the team that you're currently producing and what you're trying to achieve here.
Okay, a couple of things. One of our advisor is actually a specialist in data strategy. His name is Stephen. He works at Credit Suisse as an MD. And secondly, our game has actually a little bit of a Game 5 model, right? We actually use game incentives to get people in to play. And then through the gaming, we extract the business insight.
Yeah, I understand that, but okay. Thank you.
I mean, what your third advisor supports exactly what Jeffrey just said. Your people that you're getting are data people, not gaming people. I'm working with and I'm advising a gaming company. They built games, and they're just to talk about how to build a game, the sketches of each spaceships, and characters. They draw like an architect.
Gotcha.
That's a new game company. So you can't. So like what you're trying to do is like building a whole city in a day. You can't do that. Either you're building a bridge or an ocean first, and because what you're building is huge, right? I'm a big advocate into the Web3 space and metaverse and gaming and all that. So I'm a gamer. I play 3 hours a day on average on games. Okay, and I know how they make money, and that's what I'm addicted to games because I want to learn how they make money so well, so easy from people like us and kids, right?
Yeah.
So you need to really say, what is it that you're building? Because what I see, you guys are a development company that takes projects from different clients and you build them little miniature campaigns or games that kind of help collect data. Some of what I'm reading more so, and to build a database to become a game reading data company.
Yes.
So am I correct?
Yes, you're correct. But how about I tell you this, right? When we were on our pilot, when we tried a couple of games at the beginning, we actually worked with game development studio. These are the experts who knows how to engage or keep gamers, keep them entertained. So that is what I will call it the gaming element for the entertainment part of it. Right. The value that we bring in.
So the gaming company is not about entertainment is key. There's an extrinsic value and there's an intrinsic value and intrinsic value, right? It has to be intrinsic value to make the game long term. A game that's fun, that is only lasts for a few days, is a campaign, not a game, right? So like even you're adding gaming elements. So when you're saying that you're a gaming company, it's a whole different ball game. You're building a game that you're gonna be one day like Roblox, hopefully. And
Okay.
it's real true. And I believe
Yeah.
Roblox has 50 million games inside Roblox.
They do. They have is a huge population.
I'm talking about games. I'm not even talking the 300 million active daily players. I'm talking games alone that 50 million games in the platform. So that's a gaming company. So if your first pitch that you're a gaming company in a metaverse world, it's a totally different pitch from what you're actually doing. So like you kind of,
Right. No, I won't position ourselves as a gaming company.
Okay.
Right. We are a data mining company that use games as a means to get people.
Perfect. Now I get it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Eric,
thanks.
do you have any questions?
No, Akina and Jeffrey stole all my questions.
Sorry.
You're welcome.
Great judges think alike. Thank you so much, Paul, for your presentation.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
For your questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're going to have our next team, AI Pet Care Limited. AI Pet Care Limited, please go ahead and put up your deck.
Okay. Just wait. All right.
Yes.
Can you see my
Yes. So whenever you begin, we can start the timing. So you could just start whenever you're comfortable.
Okay, sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Elaine from AI Pet Care Limited. So I'm the co-founder and the CEO of the company. And first, let me tell you why I'm creating this company, because I think like having a pet is more than just owning a pet. It's about sharing a life together with them. So we have a passion for improving the quality of life for the pets and the owners. I'm the owners as well. So we are one of the staff in Hong Kong, and we are the incubation in the Hong Kong Science Park. So let's have a look of our video first.
Listen, understand. I didn't see that coming. Not yet.
Yeah, so we see that actually this is the owner of the dog, and in our one of the co-founder, he's the pets trainer. He can see that actually we can avoid having this situation.
Listen, understand.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So there's some marketing pain point in this industry, and according to the report, internal report, and also government report, we can see that the pet market is rising, and also especially under the COVID-19, there's a lot of people is getting a pet, and also the pet economy is rising a lot. But we didn't know that there's 86% the pets at least have one behavioral problem, and actually 70% of dogs are actually suffering from the anxiety and the panic and others problem. But in this market, we don't have enough pet trainer or pet vets to actually identify that problem. So why we are here? We're using the AI to help to solve the problem. So the solution is we having our camera. So we analyze the data. We are using the unstructured data as the image, the video, and also voice to identify their emotion and also the behavior. And also we're using the facial recognition to identify their breed. And we can see that after that, we're now having the 5 results of 5 emotion and 5 behavior. So in the later stage, we will have the dog collar, a wearable device to actually identify their data and sensory. And this is our AR algorithm to identify different elements. So we can see here, and to provide the image of how our app will procedure. So this is something is the outcome. So using the app, this is something that we can identify by the pets, the face. We can tell you if it's happy, what is this doing, or what is the breed after for the identification. So that's a free revenue model. So we providing the Pets API license free for the SME, which is a B2B. So we're targeting all the Pets technology SME and the startup, for example, the smart feeders, the smart camera, because they are using the app to upgrading to their customer. And also we are providing the B2C for the pet owner. We're using a freemium and the premium subscription model, which is the customer can unlock each function by paying extra. And we are also the gamification to encourage the customer or the pet owner to maybe, okay, if you walk with the pets 100,000 steps today, we will get 10% off of different, maybe the pets store discount, etc. So also we are working with the pet insurance company and also the shopping mall retail store, which is a pet-friendly shopping mall. They want to make sure all the customers are safe in the shopping mall, so they are interested in this AI. And we are also working with the vets and the NGO to let them do free access. So we have some shopping mall and some toy factories is showing their interest on our AI pets, and also our advisors, including the vets, a pet trainer, lawyer, and government committee members. So this is one of our next step for the R&D and the business development. And this is our team. So I'm Elaine. So I'm the CEO and the co-founder. And this is the Angus. He's the co-founder, also the CDO. He's working with the New World Development and also Hong Kong PC. And Brian is the CTO. And Eddie is our pet trainer. He's a well-known pet trainer in Hong Kong. Yeah, so this is something we are asking, which is the investment, because we are pretty early stage, and also we want to connect with pet industry partner, and also for those who loves animals to join our team.
Thank you so much, Elaine. Thank you so much. So judges, you could go ahead and ask questions at this point.
So maybe I'll go first. Regarding the pets, the first phase of your product is camera based, right?
Yes.
So then who is your customer?
So first we have the pet owner. For example, I have a cat at home. So I use the camera to access to API to connect with our AI, but we are not really only working with the camera. We have an app. So the customer can download the app to actually upload the videos there, or having a real time directly that's analyze. So using an app, and I can see the real time emotion. And
but as a pet owner myself and other, I know many people that are pet owners. We generally know our pets very well. Where I'm just trying to see if there's actually a need where I would use this, but if it's to do predictive behavior, the video showed, I guess, the most severe type of problem, which would be, an animal that's about to bite you. But I guess with your predictive algorithm, it should show more predictive behaviors than just an animal that's in a bad mood. But I think most pet owners already know their pets quite well.
Yeah. So yes, first, thank you for your question. And first is we are aiming for some early stage owner, for those who doesn't really know what is pet thinking and how is their behavior. And the second, we actually, this is our first stage. We actually later on, we are aiming for the health data. So we want to compare there, for example, like what I say, during the COVID, there's a lot of people is getting their pets, but actually during but now we back to work, we no more work from home, and the pet is getting anxiety and okay, are you not spending time with me? And they're really sad. So this is something that if we can connect the camera, we can actually see what is the abnormal behavior they're at home doing when we are out of home. But also in the later on stage, we want to providing 1 month, every month, they analyze report for the pet owner to let them to understand more.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm a little bit on also Derek's side. we have a cat who's, by the way, very camera shy. So there will be not a lot of data there. But I could indeed maybe see a use case for a pet-friendly mall where they want to, prevent something happening, where at that point a dog is there. But then again, that's also for the owner at that point knowing if that dog is happy or not. And yeah, should not take it to the mall. But okay, I get that. What the connection with the insurance company? Can you give a little bit more insight what the value proposition is?
Yeah, so for pet insurance right now, I think maybe just these 2 years we have pet insurance in this industry, and for them they are actually working with different vets and also pet trainer. They are always saying that they don't have enough data, and they want to understand each breed have what is, for example, what's their habits and what is their eating habits, or also like the life cycle and usually what disease they will get. So this is something they need for calculating the insurance charge. And for the pet-friendly shopping mall, I have some comments, which is like for the shopping mall who just get in touch with us, is they want to let the other customer, not the pet owner, to understand they actually have some AI tracking for them, even though they are not the pet owner. But if they go in a pet friendly shopping mall, at least there's something to tracking other animals, to avoiding some like serious problem like biting or some attacking.
Right. Kina, do you have a quick question?
Yeah, it's more a suggestion because I'm not a pet owner, so I can't ask a valid question. Wait, just from an AI technology platform perspective, I think your key component would be your technology to recognize facial recognition expressions and even diseases beforehand, like signs of redness in the eyes or saliva leaking. I believe there's a platform out there that's doing animal-related facial recognitions for disease detection. I'm not sure if this will be helpful for pet owner, that when they scan, they can say, hey, we see that his saliva is a lot of different color. He might have these kind of disease. Just as an idea. You might want to take a look at that.
Yeah, actually, thank you so much. And one of our advisor, he's the profession on the eyes. So for the pet's eyes, he want to one now we're working on, which is like if you scan with the app, if you can identify if there's some like the disease, you can actually see by images. This is what we want to work also later on in this algorithm. We want to see the comparison to tell them, because now if your dog have any problems or cats have any problem of the eyes, you just need to bring it to the vet, and he can just see, actually just compare and tell you, okay, there's some problem with your dog. But if we can use technology to help them, this is something we want to do in the future.
Great. Thank you so much for your presentation, Elaine. Thank you, judges, for your questions. We're going to be moving on to our next presenter, Vermilion Lifestyle Holdings. So if you could get your deck ready, that'd be great.
Hi, I'm Sydney from Vermilion.
Yes, we need your deck.
Okay, can you see my deck?
Yeah, we can see the deck. So whenever you're comfortable, you could just begin and the timer would begin as well.
Great. All right, so yeah, my name is Sydney. I'm the COO. I'm here to talk about Vermilion. A little bit on our logo. Actually, Vermilion is the color red, a particular pigment used across Asian culture that represent the color of life and blood. So it's very vibrant. It's both old and new. And the meaning for us is to represent, life, and also the circle O has our Chinese name Yafeng inside, which means Asian style. So Vermilion aims to be the bridge and the window for Asia to look outside into the world, as well as the world to look into Asia. So Kritsia is our CEO and founder. She is watching today because she's just recovering from COVID and she has a sore throat. So I'm stepping in for her. I'll talk a little bit about the team later on. So Vermilion is really here to make a difference on how the world sees and values Asian brands. Even back in 2018, the former group chairman of LVMH, Ravi Thakran, said that in a decade's time, Asian brands will be the best in every lifestyle fashion category. So we're really here to accelerate the growth of Asian luxury by curating the best of Asia brands across different categories onto one unified platform and presenting them in a luxurious way to the world's most discerning audience, including B2B buyers from retail, in interior design, and across real estate space. So we're really here to highlight small up-and-coming brands, female-led businesses, as well as social enterprises in Asia. And we're currently sourcing from 12 markets within Asia with over 240 brands and 4,000 SKUs. So the problems for both brands and buyers are obvious. For smaller brands, they don't know how to access high-quality clientele, how to grow beyond their home turf and tackle all the cross-border differences, as well as facing a lot of daunting upfront investments in their PR marketing, e-commerce platform, customer service, etc. And for buyers, it's very hard for them to find and source unique products from across the world, as well as a lack of transparency and commercial trust, and someone there to provide QC, QA, as well as a longer lead time and financial costs for them to discover these brands. In terms of the market size, we know that B2B e-commerce is actually at least two times the size of B2C e-commerce. And it's a multi-trillion-dollar market globally. But if we just look at the more luxury segment, the obtainable market size is still a multi-billion-dollar opportunity. And currently, there are a lot of industry headwinds, actually, that's in our favor as B2B purchase, especially during COVID, has shifted online. A lot of the decision makers and the procurement professionals are digital natives and people like our age that are used to, more accustomed to e-commerce purchases. And we know that from reading luxury industry reports that the luxury sector is actually a lot more resilient and rebound back faster than mass sector. And there are already increasing notices of Asian brands globally. So Vermilion presents a solution for both sides by launching this one-stop shop platform where we charge a success-based sales commissions and service fees. And we take care of the drop ship. We carry zero inventory, and we don't take on credit risk or financial risk. But we do manage the product listing as well as the end-to-end cross-border order fulfillment process for both sides, so that our brands and our buyers can just focus on their core competencies and have a peace of mind. So we're also leveraging on a proven B2B marketplace model, but we're innovative and differentiate ourselves from other mass marketplaces out there by focusing on premium to luxury Asian lifestyle brands. And we also do so with the storytelling to enhance the education, the understanding, so that the buyers can make more conscious purchase decisions. And we're also providing more value add in terms of our value add services to increase the stickiness and willingness to pay. In terms of the traction, we have already signed up more than 240 brands, and we're getting more organic growth as more brands hear about us or word of mouth are coming to us to join our platform instead of us reaching out. And on the client side, we just only launched early this year and have only started to do our BD and sales in Hong Kong and Singapore. But we have already scored some of the top tier clients and have very positive word of mouth from some established industry players in real estate and interior design. So these are some of our close clients here. Hong Kong Palace Museum, the Great Room. So we provide retail merchandise.
Thank you, Sydney, for your presentation. I think you were towards the end, but the judges, please go ahead and you can start asking questions.
Yeah.
So basically, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
That's okay. I just had a quick question. Are you trying to replace a certain step in the traditional marketplace? And what step or steps are you trying to replace here?
We're not necessarily trying to replace, we're just going to offer more product choices for existing buyers, especially in the Western world. For example, we're going into the US market next, right? And we know there's a resurgence of chinoiserie China or Asian inspired styles. And also there's a trend in more of the ESG driven products. So we offer such a differentiated product offering for the US buyers by sourcing from a different region.
Thank you.
Right. So you guys are going after something like Tmall? That'd be like that, because Tmall's it's like but opposites, right? Tmall's more for international.
It's very mass.
Right.
Yeah. We're so in the short term, we're kind of like the Artemis of Asia, and Artemis is like a Italian marketplace that sources from Italy, versus us, we are doing that out of APAC region. But over time, we want to grow into Farfetch of Asia and eventually like a LVMH. But we want to be the go-to platform that understands and promotes and identifies and grows all the Asian luxury brands.
So I wanted to know how will you compete with existing big brands? Because it's so easy for them to open an Asian chapter, right? To showcase all the local Asian brands much faster than you guys. You know, Taobao can do it really fast. Tmall can do it really fast.
Yeah,
you know,
but Taobao is known to kill. Yeah, I would say like in our DNA, luxury branding is a very important part. And a lot of the mass platform there, actually the luxury brands do not want to be on Tmall, Taobao for the fear of actually affecting the brand image. And also to a Western audience, sourcing from Tmall, Taobao, they already associate that with cheap copycat, unoriginal design.
I'm not saying like selling your brand into their product. It's so easy for Taobao to create a new, entity, and then use their name and their connection and then pull in all the major brands that you have. They can copy that overnight with a brand. Same thing with Tmall, right? So it's like how do you compete in such an environment? If they choose to go into it, what makes you stand out? Because relationship should not be one of the way you stand out. It should be something else.
Yeah, we have our curation that we have also built our own our networks with brands, so that actually at least in Hong Kong and Singapore, a lot of our clients when they think about where to source on something unique and something that's more Asian specific, they would just come to us. And I think we are already kind of making a name for ourselves in this region to be known as the platform that can offer this kind of service and
how long have you guys in operation? How much money are you guys making?
Well, we just only started in this year, so we're really in the early stage of just getting initial sales. So yeah, we have like over $300,000 US in sales, but we definitely can see that we will grow exponentially in the next few years by going into far deeper markets. These are all like multi-billion-dollar markets.
And your market is
US
B2B
or China.
or B2C?
B2B in the US, because it's a natural fit for US buyers. B2B marketplace is already
so it's more like
existing
a gifting
model
platform. Then I buy these because B2B mainly are buying for gifting, right?
Actually, not so much gifting. Like wedding registry is one of the segment, but actually more so we want to target interior design for residential projects, and it's actually a thriving environment right now.
Right, because some of the stuff I see are not really related to interior design for residents, like makeup and stuff.
Yeah, that is actually we plan to span over like different lifestyle product category. So we also have retailer segment, but for interior design, we actually most of our products on our website right now are home decor related.
Okay, great.
This is just to show future growth.
Does any judge have last questions? Quick question.
I'm fine.
Great. Thank you so much for your presentation, Sydney. So we're gonna have our next team, 3DK Tech Limited. Please present. Thank you so much, judges.
Sure. Hi, can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see a screen. Maybe put it in present mode.
Yep. All right.
Whenever you're ready.
Hi, I'm Alex. I have 10 years experience in metal 3D printing and a PhD in mechanical engineering. I'm the CEO and co-founder of 3DK Tech. And 3DK Tech is breaking down the barriers of metal 3D printing. Now let's identify the problem. The biggest problem right now is the global energy crisis and the prices and how that affects industry. If we look at the US, Europe, and even in Asia over here, we see that the prices of energy are starting to buckling the industrial sector. Now, we've identified the industry that we want to target, which is the aviation market, and we took a bottom-up approach, looking at total potential users, number of printers we can contract, 7-year contracting period, and our monthly subscription rate. Our SOM is $17.4 billion US. The reason why this market would, try to use metal 3D printing is metal 3D printing can reduce energy use by a factor of 20 times when compared with conventional manufacturing. On top of that, you have material and CO2 emissions reductions by a factor of 20x again. And so this will help our customers really hit their ESG targets. Now, on the economic benefits, we look at a case study that we've done with a compression blade assembly, where this is basically inside a jet engine. When conventionally manufactured versus when we manufacture it with our technology, we can reduce the manufacturing time and the manufacturing cost by a factor of 10x on each of these. This is even more competitive than our direct competition. So these are our benefits, right? And we've already started some pilot programs with a multi-billion US dollar aviation company like HAECO, semiconductor company, an Xperia, and a mobility company. So we're helping them integrate metal 3D printing into their workflow, manufacturing workflow, with HAECO as we're making specialized tools. This is our step right now. And the next step, we'll be able to help them save $1 million US a year in fuel savings by 3D printing some functional components. After that, we'll be providing critical functional components. After we're done with these pilot programs, we'll provide our products, which are an AI control software that enables, unlocks the library of materials to go 100 times wider, so up to 2,000 metals. And we'll also provide our metal 3D printers, which will be selling at contracting at a $17,000 US a month hardware as a service for about 7 years. Based on these numbers, we expect to make $220 million US by 2032 using this monetization strategy. And to hit those numbers, we have an ambitious goal for the next few years. In 2023, we're fundraising our seed round, expanding into Japan as part of the 500 Global Accelerate Aichi program. Then we're going into the Middle East. 2024, we'll be launching our first metal 3D printers, expanding into the EU. 2025, our second generation, and fundraising Series A along with an US expansion. To be able to achieve all of these, we have a great team. My co-founder, Chris, he's got 15 years of experience working in the aviation industry along the entire vertical. Our engineers, Rakshit and Yao Zhang, are young and dedicated with a few years experience in metal 3D printing, and Olivier has 25 years experience in procurement and manufacturing. Him and Chris both have an executive MBA. And our advisors are professors and entrepreneurs at the top of their field. So this is where I'm going to tell you what you can do to help us. We're raising a $2.5 million US seed round with an exit option of IPO by year 7. With this funding, we'll be able to deliver our commercial 3D printer, our AI control software, and continue the pilot programs that are going to start monetizing soon. This is our spending breakdown. And this was me. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Alex, for your presentation. Let's go to the judges to see if they have any questions.
Hi, Alex. Are you targeting replacement market or like new development?
So we're targeting new markets. So we're helping, it's kind of one of two, right? It's the same, it's kind of the both. With Heiko, for example, we're developing parts that, tools that can replace OEM components by improving their durability and reducing their weight. With the semiconductor industry, we're actually developing a new manufacturing process. So each industry has, and each company has their own needs for them to start integrating metal 3D printing into their manufacturing workflow. So we work directly with them.
What I miss here is because that comes with a lot of education, right? And I miss in your whole presentation education, while that's supposed to be a huge part of your business.
It is. That's basically the first part of our business. The co-development comes with that education. We're co-developing with them.
Okay. Any other?
Right. For 3D printing is not new. It's been around for like, I think at least 10 years. One of the biggest problem with 3D printing company is that it's not scalable in the products that they provide to when they sell to the customer to be self-sufficient, right? So they hold logistic. And then the second thing is that the material that you use to print the material for the client can be an issue. So like, have you looked at that, and what is your solution to these two problems that will make you different from, other previous 3D printing companies?
So if you see my my slide right now, we've developed a metal 3D printing technology that improves the durability of 3D printed components by a factor of 200x. So that actually solves the second part of the issue that you're talking about. The components aren't, the materials aren't as durable as conventionally manufactured, and this is where we come in. Our durability is the same as through conventional manufacture.
And that's certified and validated by a credible institution.
So these are, we've published academic data specifically on this. So yeah, we have validation, and that's basically why we're working with the aviation industry, because it'll help us integrate, it'll help us certify all of these, this process. And on the material as well, we have customers that have come to us and like, hey, we need, to be able to 3D print more than just the 24 materials that everyone else can, which is where we designed our AI to solve that issue for them.
Okay, great, thank you.
Welcome.
What's the scalability and the efficiency of your 3D manufacturing process? I think in a lot of cases, when it comes to just normal 3D, you can't really do it quickly. So how can you scale or speed up this process?
Great question. So our competition, what they do, like Desktop Metal and everyone else, what they're trying to do is they're increasing the productivity of the printing process itself, but that is about 25% of the manufacturing time. So what we do is we solve the mechanical issues that exist with metal 3D printing that actually account for a lot larger slice of the pie in terms of the manufacturing cost and time. So if you look at this slide right here, after 3D printing, you still have to do debinding, stress relief, hot isostatic pressing, surface treatments. These all take a lot of time. And we're able to eliminate all of these processes and therefore shorten the manufacturing time by focusing on quality rather than productivity, but we end up with higher productivity than anyone else.
Any quick questions?
Thank you.
Okay. Any quick questions, anyone? Not? We're moving on.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for your presentation, Alex. So last but not least, we have our last team, chain of demand. After chain of demand goes, the judges will go into a breakout room and we'll select the winner. So teams will hold on. So before we go there, chain of demand, please get your deck ready. Thank you, AJ. So whenever you're ready, you could go ahead and pitch.
Thanks, James. Hi, everyone. My name is AJ Mack, and I'm the founder and CEO of Chain of Demand. Chain of Demand is a next generation AI investment platform for the new generation of investors. The next generation of investors we're targeting are Gen Z and millennials from Asia Pacific and North America. Gen Z investors alone are set to invest over 11 billion US in 2023. And unlike their parents, who may have invested into bonds, mutual funds, through financial advisors or brokerage firms, this up-and-coming customer group has been trending towards investing directly on online platforms and across multiple asset classes, mainly digital assets and equities. These trends were further intensified with the recent crypto market meltdown sparked by Luna and FTX, which have also highlighted two important points. Number one, investors need to diversify their portfolio by investing in multiple asset classes. And number two, social media's undeniable impact on market movements, which calls for better social media analytics. But there's just so much data out there across so many different channels, it's almost impossible to collect, crunch, and comprehend everything in a short amount of time, especially in today's fast-changing markets. This also means it requires increasingly more resources to stay ahead of the curve, which the majority of individual investors do not have. Institutional and high net worth individuals have almost exclusive access to the wealth of resources, which have kept the wealth gap extremely wide in APAC and North America. High entry barriers have also limited the number of investment opportunities that are available to individual investors. The total market for retail investment analytics is over 180 billion, and our target market represents an $18 billion opportunity. Our integrated investment platform offers professional-grade tools and datasets for investors to create their own AI trading signals and investment strategies, all the while not having to write a single line of code at a fraction of the cost and in just 5 minutes, which is over 1,000 times faster than the average 5 days it takes professionals to create their own AI models from scratch. From charts to strategy backtesting to automated trading bots, expert traders can leverage the power of AI to supercharge their investments. For general investors, we offer simple trading signals as well as verified strategies that they can easily invest into and earn passive income. As an example, one of our internal strategies for Avalanche that tracked news and social media data, among other metrics, was able to capture profit over the week of the FTX crisis, while the larger market dropped over 20%. Of course, our models are not always correct, but it's examples like this that shows how our platform can help investors not only make profit, but also minimize risk. Our revenue model includes monthly subscription plans for individuals and professionals, as well as fees and rebates from our corporate partnerships. Even before our public launch, we've already had over 700 users sign up on the waiting list. And usage from our early beta users continues to increase by over 50% month over month. We've also been in discussion with half a dozen funds and exchanges for potential collaborations. Our goal for the next 5 years is to grow our platform and community, enter new markets to fulfill unmet needs where it's needed the most. Our management team has over 50 years of combined experience in data analytics, finance, machine learning, and building tech platforms. We're now looking for strategic investors and partners to help us reach 1 million ARR in the next 18 months and to put us in a strong position for our Series A round. Contact us now for a demo and a free trial subscription. Thank you, and we look forward to meeting you.
Great. Thanks so much, AJ. We're going to go to the judges. And judges, please have your questions.
Right. So I used to work for Charles Schwab, and one of the most important things, Charles Schwab was like a fintech company for Web 2, right? One of the most critical things that we learned at that time that didn't really exist was the ability to build analytical algorithms that automate trades, which came later on, right? I assume you want to be a platform whereby professional traders or even just retail traders can go to your platform and build their own algorithm for trading? Or is that
That's
what
right.
I'm hearing, or yes or no? Just
Yes, that's right.
so who in your team has that kind of experience from a technical perspective, and also from a financial trading experience? It's a very unique trading experience.
Yeah, so our platform was built by ex-traders and ex-quants. We also have an advisor and early investor who was one of the youngest partners at DE Shaw. So combined with our team and our advisors, we've been able to put together something that is really easy to use, and it can easily translate or distill all the data sets that are out there into profitable algorithmic strategies.
And this is for basically cryptos, right? Crypto tradings?
Not just crypto, but also equities.
Okay, right. All right, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So I looked on your bios that you had on the slide there, but it didn't specify if your team had any finance experience. I know you said they do, but are there any banks or do you have traders? What kind of like the real finance experience does your team have?
So we used to have our old data scientist was an ex-trader at HSBC, but our current senior data scientist used to work at BAML, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Equities Research. So that's where we get the financial experience from.
Okay.
I spent the past year in a deep rabbit hole on Web3, crypto trading, but also technical analysis, which has been super interesting, actually fun to learn about it.
Thank you.
How are you going to market this and distribute this? Because this is a B2C product, right? And it's going to require a lot of marketing. Like, what's your strategy there?
So go-to-market strategy, first stage is to get the consumers themselves onto the platform. We've actually just ran our first Signals Challenge. So Signals Challenge is where we have different individual investors. They could be data scientists, they could be STEM PhDs, grad students, to create their own strategies on a platform. And just in the 3 weeks of the first challenge, we had over 100 people sign up, create strategies, and we have prizes for them for the ones that are most profitable. And that was the first strategy we had for going to market, and it was quite successful. And we're doing the second one in January. Our second one is to partner with brokerages like interactive brokers, exchanges like Binance, as potentially a white label solution. And that would be more of a B2B2C model, where we can have access to the millions of people that are using those platforms. And I know you guys have seen how TradingView is basically all over the place on all the platforms. So what we're trying to offer is not just technical analysis, and we're the first to do that. We're offering your own custom AI predictive models on top of technical analysis. So that's one of our USPs.
Great. If there's no more questions, I thank you, AJ, for your presentation. Thanks so much. So
Thank you.
teams, may I ask that you hold on for the next 5 to 10 minutes, and the judges will go into breakout rooms and we'll make our final decisions. And when we come back, we're going to announce the winners. So I think everybody did a great job. Just give us a little bit of time so we can have a discussion. No.
No, this is the share screen.
Hey, guys.
Finish. What's the break? No.
Hi teams, we're back. So I'm sure you guys are anxious to hear the winners. So please turn on your cameras, everyone. It'd be great to have everyone together. So we had a break and we had some jury members going back and forth on the teams. We looked at the scores and we have the winners. So first of all, I want to thank all the participants for their hard work, their participation in this event. You guys have been chosen as the best from Hong Kong and China startups. So congratulations on that firstly. I think everybody did a wonderful job presenting and answering the jury's questions, but there could only be final 3 winners. So we're gonna go with our second runner-up. Our second runner-up is Vimos. So congratulations, Team Vimos. I think we should all give Team Vimos a round of applause. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Team Vimos. Yes, the confetti is right there. And we're gonna have our first runner-up. Our first runner-up is 3DK Tech. Congratulations, Team 3DK Tech.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that great showing. The judges really liked what you presented. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So there's one winner, and I'm sure you guys are all very anxious to know who's the first prize winner, the grand prize winner representing Hong Kong and China in the national finals. And the winner is Real Sites. So congratulations, Team Real Sites. Multiple judges found your team very intriguing and very, very interesting. So congratulations so much for your presentation, Paul. Congratulations. I think we all should give a round of applause. All teams support Real Sites in their journey. I'll also hand this off right now to the EWC team who wants to say some final words. But thank you and congratulations to all teams in Hong Kong, and especially the top 3 winners representing this competition. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, James. And thank you so much, everyone. Good to see all the entrepreneurs competing for China and Hong Kong competition. And I mean, congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to the runner-ups. And to the runner-ups, we may, it's just slightly less, but I'm sure like you are equally good and can do well in your startups. Before we close, I would like to say a few words about the organizers, and TGELF being one of the core organizers of this event. TGELF is a foundation, Global Education and Leadership Foundation. We mainly work in conscious entrepreneurship, also with school students and as well as the entrepreneurs like yourself. And we work globally. Since 2019, we are involved in Entrepreneurship World Cup, and with MISC Foundation and Jen initially, and now Monshat as well. So EWC, I'm sure you all know already. It's an initiative that is to support entrepreneurs globally, and also win a cash prize of together of around 1 million. So this is a great opportunity, I'm sure, to all of you, and thank you so much to James initially for organizing this event and his team. Thank you so much. Jury members, thank you so much for your time today, and for selecting the winner from China and Hong Kong. Thank you so much for your expertise. Thank you so much for your time, and our entrepreneurs, of course. Like, without you, how could we have done the event? So thank you so much for the great job that you're doing, and we look forward to seeing you in global finals as global finalists, and then the finale in Riyadh. So thank you so much, and we look forward to the next year of EWC China and Hong Kong event. Thank you everyone, and thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. I think this is the conclusion of our online event. Hopefully in the near future, we could do something in person. Thank you and congratulations again to the teams. Thank you so much, judges, and thank you so much for the TGELF team to support this great initiative, Entrepreneurship World Cup. Thank you, guys.
Bye. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.